everybody, how are you doing today? Welcome back to Mama's Kitchen. Today I'm going to share my recipe for Ugba soup. This soup is made with shredded oil bean, and it's very popular among the Igbos. I'm going to show you the recipe, the ingredients that we need to make this delicious soup. Okay, here I'm going to be using some okra. This okra is going to serve as the thickener. So I have chopped okra and I have pounded okra. I'm going to use some oil, salt. This is ground crayfish. This is catfish. This is Okazi, the vegetable. This is Habanero pepper. I just pounded these in the mortar. This here dry shrimp. I have some chopped onions. I'm going to be using just 2 Knorr cubes because I'm using Ogiri. So this is the Ogiri, and this is the king of the meal. This is the Ugba. So let's go in the kitchen and make this happen. So guys, I'm going to start cooking the soup by putting in my smoked fish. I'll put the blended pepper or pounded pepper. I'll put my washed shrimp. You can use anything you like. Some people use meat, chicken, pomo and other things, but like you know, I don't really like to waste a lot of ingredients in one soup. I keep saying that. So sometimes I just use, few things, because you can also cook economically. You don't need to spend all your money on a pot of soup. You can manage it and make it nice even with few ingredients. So I'm also going to put some onions. I'm not going to put everything here. I'm going to use like half of it. I'm going to put the remaining half. You know how I always put my onions at the end of my cooking. So I'll use half and I'll keep half for later. I'm going to put these 2 Knorr cubes. I'll put my grounded crayfish. I'm going to use about half a spoon of a tablespoon, not teaspoon, of crayfish. If you want, you can add more, but I feel like this is enough because I have shrimps and I have this catfish, so this should be enough. I'm going to add my salt, and this is about half tablespoon of salt. You don't need too much salt. Remember, your crayfish is salty, the Knorr cube is salty, so half a tablespoon of salt is okay. And I'm just going to allow this to cook for about 15 minutes. Okay, this has been boiling for about 10 minutes. I do this because I want the fish and the crayfish and everything to cook itself first before I start introducing other things. So now I feel like they are all well cooked together, so I'm going to put my oil. I'm going to be using 1.5 spoons of oil, 1.5 cooking spoon of oil. So this is one, because this oil is thick, and this is the half. I'm going to mix it up together, and then I'll allow it to cook again for another 10 minutes so the oil can cook. If you're used to watching me, you will know that I give my ingredients time to cook. I don't just pour everything in there. I put one after the other and I allow them to cook before I put another one. So I'm going to let this oil cook for maybe 5 to 10 minutes. Okay, this has been cooking for about 7 minutes, I should say. So I'm going to bring out the fish. You see, this is the catfish I bought for $20. You can't even see it in the soup. Everything is pieces. So I'm going to just take the fish out because I don't want the rest of it to be smashed when I'm going to put in my okra, because I'm going to turn my okra. So let me just take out the remaining of what is left of the catfish. I mean, this is sad. I don't know why these people bringing African food to America or to all over the world, why they're so expensive. It's not right. You buy this fish and then you come home, by the time you open it, it's almost rotten inside, or there's nothing at all. So the fish is all scattered, so I'm going to just take it out to avoid losing it more. So now I'm going to add my okra. This is the pounded okra. I can't turn it with this spoon, so I'm going to use this stick to turn it, to loosen it. And when you're cooking anything okra, as soon as you put it in the pot, don't cover the pot anymore, or you will lose the sliminess. You know, the drawness is the sweetness of okra. So when you cover it and you lose the drawness, that's it. It's no longer good okra for me. So I'm just going to mix it up like this and then leave it open to cook for about 10 minutes before I put back the fish and then the other things I need to put. So I'm just trying to dissolve the okra. You see, if I had left the fish in there, I would have broken whatever is left of that fish. Buy fish for $20 and you can't even pick it. It's just pieces. I don't know what they're bringing here to sell to us. So I'm mixing it up. Dissolving the okra. I tell you people, the aroma here is just too much. It's like I should just stop and get some gari and start to eat, because I prefer eating my ofuba with eba. I don't like eating it with akpo or anything. I eat it with eba, or I just put it in a plate and eat it like that. So I feel like making my eba, but it's a pity. I'm eating this soup we're going to eat it for lunch tomorrow, so I can't make eba today. I'll just let you see the soup when I finish cooking it. So I mix it up like this and I let it cook for about 10 to 15 minutes. Okay guys, you see, this is ready. I'm going to put my ugba now. You can be generous as much as you want with your ugba. You don't have to put everything at the same time. This is just how if your ugba is soft already, you don't have to put it and let it cook. But if your ugba is not soft and you still want to cook it a little bit, then you can add it and then, still cook it. So I'm not going to cook this for a long time because I like I don't want it to be too soft. So when I add my ugba, I'm going to add the remaining of my okra, because I just like the chunks when I'm eating it. Just add the remaining fresh okra. And because I just added this okra, I'm going to put some water in it and give it some few more minutes to cook. Put like a cup of water. I'm going to turn it very well. I just like picking the chunks of okra in my soup when I cook this food, so that's why I leave some okra like this. And my mother also used to cook it like this, so I learned from her. And now I'm going to add a little bit of my chopped onions. No, I meant I'm going to put the fish back. I'm sorry. So I'm going to put the fish back into the soup. And like you always know, I like my soups thick. Because this soup actually, some people don't use it for eba. In those days, my mother just used to make it for my father. He would just, she would put it in the bowl for him to just eat. he orders for it and she makes it for him just like this, and then he just eats it with a spoon. Sometimes he eats with a bar, but most of the times he just want to eat it with a spoon. So they'll cook it for him like this and he will just eat it. So now that this is done, I'm going to add my ogiri. I should have added it a long time ago, but I forgot I had ogiri today, so I'm going to add it now. Ogiri should have been added when I was before I put the okra, but it's okay. Let me just dissolve it in water and add it. So you see the way I'm dissolving it? I'm using the same plate I used for my food, so this plate is not dirty, it's just pepper and everything inside. So and then you dissolve it very well. And you pour it in. This stick is better for me because my pot is non-stick. I don't want to put my spoon cannot really scratch. I don't want to put a scratch to it, so it's better I use my wooden stick to get to the bottom. You see what I mean? The okra is still drawing, and that's what you want in this soup. You want it to still have some of its drawness. You don't want it, flat. So I'm going to put this. I'll give it 5 minutes to cook, and then I'll add my Okazi, and that's it. Okay, after 5 minutes, guys, I'm gonna put my Okazi. Since I have a lot of okra, I'm not really gonna put too much of Okazi. Just a little bit is enough for it, just to have that Okazi taste. And if you like, some people pound their Okazi before they put it in the soup because they want that bitter taste. So if you want to pound it a little bit before you pour it in, that's fine. But today I'm not pounding it, I just like it this way. So I turn everything in. You can add more if you want, but me, I just want the Okazi for just taste, a little bit of that Okazi taste, that's all. See, this soup is more of an eating soup. It's not something really for a bath. Something you make and just sit down and enjoy it, eat it with spoon or something. And right after that, I'm going to pour the last of my onions. And this is just the end of it for me. Mix it in. I tell you, this soup is very rich, very nutritious, and very rich. You can just eat it. Some children don't like eating fufu. I have a cousin, my nephew and my niece, they don't like to eat eba. So I told their mom, just make soup for them like this. They can just eat it with a spoon. As long as the soup is thick, they'll eat it and it will be food for them. So after putting all this, I'm just gonna lower my stove to very low. And I'm just going to put my cover like this. I'm not going to cover it all the way, and give it just 3 minutes and my soup is done. And so people, the soup is ready. I'm going to dish it out and just eat it. I can't make about this night. This is for tomorrow's lunch. And this type of soup, you don't have to keep it for too long. You make it and you finish it the next day. Okay, this is my Ugba soup.